Hello, my name's Lynn and my business is Red Kite Coaching Solutions. Today's topic is one that will affect pretty much everyone, regardless of whether you're a parent or not. So I hope you're going to stick around. It would be great if you find this of interest, and even better if you find it useful. We're going to look at what the dictionary says about sibling rivalry. In fact, it divides it up into two areas. It says it's basically either the competition or animosity that exists between siblings, whether or not they're blood related. So we're going to take a little look at that, after which we're going to have a look at some areas for some suggestions to help you move things along and get things running a bit more smoothly in your household, hopefully. Okay, so for me, both of these are natural and in fact can be quite healthy. They provide opportunities for discussion. They provide opportunities to try out new things, push people to even greater limits, things that they hadn't thought possible. And of course, when things go right, because if you know me well, you'll know that everything we do is an opportunity to get it right. We can follow this up with praise. Even if we don't get the whole thing, we can praise the journey. So let's have a look first of all at the competitive element. You know, competition spurs people on. It gets people sometimes to take part in things that sensibility would say, perhaps that's not for me. But competition is a healthy thing. And as I've said, you know, we can end up getting things done and it can also be fun in the making. But spare a thought for those youngsters for whom they don't have the temperament to be competitive, or actually they don't want to even try being competitive because they don't see the point, as they're likely to be the one that loses or doesn't do as well as the other. Let me give you an example from my childhood. When I was a child, my parents used to pay us money. This was back in the days of pre-decimalisation, for jobs that we did. So if we cleared out the fireplace, we'd get a penny. If we walked to the shop, we'd get 2p. If we laid the table, etc, etc, etc. Now imagine me, I was up with the lark. I got all the jobs done, raked in all the cash, and thought, tough luck, mate, you're still in bed. But is that actually fair? In fact, I could actually, me looking back on things now, have a word with my parents and say, you know what, there should have been other ways to make my brother feel that he was valued, instead of me being, you know, the one that got the jobs done. But sometimes, you know what, us as parents, as long as the job's done, we don't necessarily look at how it's been achieved. So there's a thought for us to bear in mind. The other side of the coin is, of course, animosity. Animosity is a healthy thing, actually, but where does it come from? Sometimes it's that fear of the unknown. You know, we don't like what we don't know. We don't want to be shown up, so we'd rather, if you like, get a little bit on the defensive. Think of the examples when we say to somebody, you know, I don't like that, that's not going to work for me. How about us spinning that round on our head and taking a look at it and saying, what are the opportunities here? What are the strengths that you already had? Can we play to those? Can we develop them? And can we tease along the things which aren't perhaps going so well? Anyway, here's the solution, of which you've already heard part. The key thing for me is discussing it. You can't just sweep these things under the carpet and hope it's going to go away. When children say to you, you never listen to me, you're always siding with him, there's an opportunity for you, not there in the moment, because obviously that's not the best time to deal with it, because you get a triangle of 2-on-1, or I don't know, people taking sides, etc, etc. But it is an opportunity to talk about how people feel when certain situations play out. It gives the quieter child equally the opportunity to speak up. Potentially you don't, you know, have those opportunities very often, because we as parents also like to jump in with solutions and take charge. Anyway, there's a thought for you. Try it out and see how you get on. Do let me know. And I look forward to speaking to you again shortly.